like that. It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back. The way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall. I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go. You don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She say she not a. She an. Why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
So hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went.
Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy.
The blends be all the right cred,
meaning credentials.
Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls
in the instrumental.
Are you ready?
Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets, fool?
That's a close encounter of what kind? When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever.
Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver.
All about running the spot.
And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather.
Cardio kingpin.
Subjugate the dub play.
And you know we can't wait to bring spins.
A-star quizzes, A+ the final.
Vocals we align, we'll move it all
simultaneously over joints we rock.
We earn
30 years so you can say we got
3 turns.
Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men.
We install doubt in you and your yes men.
And if the game has veins, we'll insert
upheaval the crown.
Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow.
But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
What you talking about? Space out your mind.
But can you rock it like rockets, fool?
That's a close encounter of what kind?
Then jump to the...
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. A carry for Devontae Freeman, who missed most of last season. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
1st down, Mariota. Flush to his right. Completes it to Hardman. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mariota. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Well, you got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and goal at that 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
No cap.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Let's go.
Check.
They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Mayfield on play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mario Addison able to record his 5th sack of the season. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Meanwhile, down in Dallas, an update from there. And now the Redskins, they've opened up a 2-touchdown lead there. Mariota now to throw on 1st down. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off.
Come on, man.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
If he would have tucked that bitch in, I got to learn how to tuck. I forgot.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Well, partner, if we had their entire playbook in front of us, I'm not sure we would have picked out that play as the one to run in that situation. How about the guts of the offensive coordinator? Dialing that one up into great success.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They'll look to run with Freeman. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up third down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Mariota to throw it. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here. Now Mariota. And my goodness, this is incomplete. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Panthers will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to pump the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll run it. This is Michel looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. It's complete to Williams. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Good top by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on? And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Devontae Freeman. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Next to score, Saints 10, Panthers nothing.
out as the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. It's the Dolphins that have jumped out to the early lead against the Patriots. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Mayfield. The reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. This is caught by Williams. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mayfield off the play fake. It's Williams on the catch. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's got touchdown, Panthers. Lance Kendricks, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
The way
this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now, still trailing.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked about one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just within the palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission. That's their challenge. And you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now. Win the game.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to go up. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Mecole Hardman as the first half is winding down. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
31's the mic. Man, I got you. 31's the mic. In your face.
Mayfield now from the 50. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
Gang.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now on 2nd and 13, Mayfield, and that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing, Mayfield, and the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Hey, alert! 31's the mic. You better be afraid of me. Alert 3.
You know, usually a timeout.
Run. Chip. Pick the edge. Alert.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator said, we're going to call this be who you are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary,
and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
What's going on over there, man?
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
They're going to try and throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Throwing is Mariota. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. A 1st down throw for Mariota. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mariota, and he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mecole Hardman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the gun, Mayfield. The throw taken in by Sims. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. It's brought in by Jeffrey. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mariota nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell able to put it into that play, and in so doing puts an end to this 3rd quarter. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. 3rd and long here for Mariota. And the pressure gets to him again. Cleveland Farrell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Sony Michel, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Here we go.
Mariota on first down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Mariota now. And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And nothing but daylight ahead. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they like to let them stand.
On the ground, Michel. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. On 2nd and goal, Mayfield. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 12 yards there, good for a Saints 1st down. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Mariota, and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Hey, Haywood!
Following the interception, Mayfield. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 11 yards and a Panther 1st down. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And he's got it. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Steven Sims with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Working out of the gun, Mayfield to the goal line, but it's incomplete. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the 4th quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
Here's Mariota. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st.
So that nigga going forward.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it. It's Freeman. The Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. It's a give to Freeman running right. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Following the interception here, Mariota completes it to Hardman. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 28 yards. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's going to let it fly. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Mayfield looks to throw. And Jeffrey's got it. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16. Mayfield on play action. Now a desperation throw deep down. And now here is another interception. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They go play action here on 1st down. Got a man open. It's Ross. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Throwing here, Mariota. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mecole Hardman, 60 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Prater on to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mayfield, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devon Kennard in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
Yes, dang.
One last shot from Mayfield here. And that's going to be intercepted. Landon Collins, the Pro Bowl safety. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for New Orleans, the win means they'll finish in double digits at 10-6. And that is maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but a better than average season nonetheless. Meanwhile, for Carolina, this loss will mean they finish the season right at 500 at 8-8. But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad beat pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers,
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot, ayy. Man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. Past the big scam, when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand.